everyone. It's time for some tea with T on this Talk Therapy Tuesday. I'm Tanya McLean-Nicholas, licensed marriage family therapist and owner of Renewed Hope Counseling. If there's one thing that will test your self-esteem or your feelings about your self-worth, it's rejection. Rejection hurts. It doesn't matter who's doing it or the circumstances surrounding it. It doesn't feel good. And the reason it doesn't feel good is because it leaves feelings of confusion, failure, anxiety, shame. And the worst of it all, we often incorrectly view rejection as an indication of our own self-worth and lack of value. Well, this is just not true. Just because people don't see our worth in their lives doesn't mean that we are worthless. And just because you may not be chosen, it doesn't mean that you're disqualified. As painful as it may be, instead of seeing rejection as a negative, let's reframe our thinking and take a moment and look at how moments of rejection can actually benefit us by building resilience and creating opportunities for growth. So go ahead and grab your coffee or your tea, whichever you prefer, and let's dig in. So to really reap the benefits of rejection, you have to rid yourself of the unhealthy, unproductive belief that something is wrong with you, that you're not good enough or you're not worthy. And start reframing those experiences of rejection by accepting more true beliefs that better speak to who you are and what you will continue to believe about yourself moving forward. Here are some common scenarios of rejection. Maybe you apply to get your dream job, or you apply to getting into that top school. You put in for that promotion to only be told no. You can walk away from this and let this experience define your whole potential and your future. Or you can understand that your life journey has many twists and turns, and you can begin to see it as an opportunity to pivot, maybe reassess your career path, assess your passions, because there's nothing like doing what you really love, or see it as an opportunity to reinvent yourself altogether. You never want to base your worth on a title or some affiliation. Then there's relationship failures or breakups that can leave you feeling inadequate. It's normal to feel a great loss in the midst of rejection because in those moments, we remember all the good and we forget what wasn't working, making matters worse. But let's take a step back and evaluate the relationship. And you can do this by maybe taking a piece of paper and writing on one side all the things that you appreciated about your partner, and on the other side, the things that you just know wasn't working. And this exercise could give you a better visual of your compatibility, your shared values, or even your lack thereof. This information will also be helpful moving forward as you choose partners and begin to draw different connections. Then there's friendship breakups, which are sometimes more painful than the romantic ones. We would like to believe that friends are forever. Well, this can be true, and it's not abnormal for friendships to have conflict that draws uncomfortable emotions at various times, causing the friendships to have moments of closeness and distance. However, just like a romantic partner, a friendship breakup is an opportunity to ask yourself, is this someone that you want to be or should be friends with? If the answer is no, then that realization may help ease the pain just a little and open the door to seek out friends who are more compatible with who you are. And during this time, you may even find yourself missing that person or friendship. Reaching out or reconnecting doesn't have to be off the table. Sometimes timing is the key. It gives the opportunity to reset and reassess a new approach or perspective for the friendship. Also, let's not forget that you have other friends, if you do. You can put so much attention trying to gain the love and approval in the friendships of those who don't value you that you forget to invest in the friendships of those who do. Focus on strengthening and giving attention to those friendships that are worth keeping. For some people, rejection is felt within your own immediate family, and this can be excruciating because there's an expectation that the love and acceptance from family is unconditional. Well, this can be very far from the truth. The beauty is that sometimes your family becomes those that are not blood related. Opening up yourself to connections in different social forums or organizations, social groups, you might find people who are experiencing the same and looking for the same support and connection as you are. I've also heard people express their feelings of rejection through social media. You may not be getting the attention you expected when you put up that post, or maybe you didn't get all the likes that you hoped for. You may be feeling ignored, or maybe just watching other people live out their lives makes you feel like an outsider or makes you feel lonely. Social media is the wrong place to look for validation because you can't always rely on the opinion of people because it's forever changing. People use social media for various reasons, but if true connection is what you're looking for, try sending personal messages or joining some type of community social group. You may find deeper, more genuine connection and inclusion. Think of rejection like a swamp. The more you resist it or fight against it, you sink. So although painful, let's accept rejection as an opportunity to learn something about yourself and how you're going to handle your thoughts surrounding disappointment. Ask yourself the question, am I going to take this personally? Will it bring you to a new realization that it's not the end of the world? And although painful, it's one aspect of your life. And without magnifying it or blowing it out of proportion, you can move forward. Are you going to honor your emotions and need to grieve? Reframing your thinking on rejection doesn't mean you should ignore or invalidate the way it made you feel. Grieving is important. Studies show that our tears contain cortisol, and crying releases stress from our system, allowing us to go back to a normal state. The brain needs the ability to grieve because processing information that is troubling so it can store properly is important. When this doesn't happen, the information gets stuck in our limbic system, that part of the brain that's responsible for our behavior and our emotion. And it becomes a traumatic experience, which then impacts our mental and our emotional health. Finally, rejection creates the opportunity to evaluate ourselves, to assess our contribution to a situation, what can be done differently for the future, and what did we miss, or even what did we ignore? Maybe creating a plan on how you move forward from here is the key. Rejection hurts, but it doesn't have to dictate or determine our potential or our destiny. We have all heard the saying, what doesn't kill us only makes us stronger. If handled properly, the experience of rejection will only make us stronger and better equipped to handle the challenges of life ahead. This is called resilience, the ability to recover quickly from difficult times. You are more than what people see, and most importantly, you're worth it. Well, that's it for today. I hope that you enjoyed your tea with T on this Talk Therapy Tuesday. I'm Tanya McLean Nicholas, and I hope that you have a great day.